The shocking tragedy that struck the Chinese entertainment industry remains the most talked about story to this day. Yu Menglong, an actor and singer adored for his gentle image and flourishing career, was found lifeless under mysterious circumstances. At first, the public was told that he had passed away suddenly, but as time went on, fragments of truth began to surface. From whispers online to investigative reports in the media, everything started to point toward one chilling possibility: Yu Menglong had not simply died, but had become the victim of a calculated murder. On the day the news broke, social media timelines flooded with disbelief and sorrow. Thousands of fans from across the globe shared their condolences, many still refusing to accept the reality that their idol, who had appeared so vibrant and cheerful just days before, was gone forever. Yet beneath the wave of grief, a flood of questions began to rise. Why was his departure so abrupt? Why did the official statements from his management feel riddled with inconsistencies? And why did so many details appear to have been deliberately obscured? Suspicions grew stronger when police reports revealed irregularities at the scene. The room where Yu Menglong was found bore clear signs of struggle. Objects were scattered across the floor, his phone was discovered shattered, and faint traces of blood painted the scene with the undeniable presence of violence. These details clashed starkly with the initial narrative that he had passed away peacefully. Journalists soon dared to utter the word that had been hanging over everyone's thoughts: murder. As the investigation unfolded, the world demanded answers. Who would dare end the life of a rising star at the height of his success? The revelations came not in a single statement but in fragments leaked from sources close to the case. Gradually, these fragments began to weave together into a grim portrait of possible motives. The ruthless competition of the entertainment industry quickly became one of the prime theories. Yu Menglong's meteoric rise had unsettled the hierarchy of established actors. His growing popularity and his carefully cultivated image as the boy next door threatened those who had reigned for years. In such a cutthroat arena, it was not unthinkable that eliminating a rival by any means necessary could be seen as an option. Intrigue, rivalry, and festering envy painted a dangerous backdrop for his untimely end. Yet the shadows extended beyond career battles. Yu Menglong's personal life, often the subject of speculation, was whispered to have been entangled in a complicated relationship with a renowned actress who herself had ties to a powerful businessman. Rumors of a volatile love triangle swirled, with some convinced that jealousy and the clash of egos had escalated into something deadly. Financial disputes added another layer to the mystery. Few knew that Yu Menglong had invested in several business ventures outside the entertainment world. Some of these projects reportedly suffered heavy losses, straining partnerships and angering investors. With large sums of money at stake and influential figures involved, it seemed increasingly plausible that his death was tied to business conflicts far removed from the bright lights of the stage. His family was left shattered. Yu's mother, in a brief tearful interview, could barely speak beyond expressing her desperate hope that the truth would be revealed. For her, the loss of her only son was an unhealable wound. Friends and colleagues, including well-known stars such as Yang Yang and Dilruba Dilmurat, voiced both their grief and outrage. They mourned not only a beloved friend but also demanded that justice be delivered. "He did not deserve this," one close companion said, voice trembling with emotion. The media and the online community refused to stay silent. Across platforms, amateur sleuths pieced together theories, analyzing CCTV footage from around the location, digging into Yu's past social media posts, and even circulating screenshots said to be of his final conversations with an unnamed influential figure. While the authenticity of such evidence remained under question, the public's determination was undeniable: they would not rest until the truth was uncovered. And with that determination came a storm of conspiracy theories. Some believed Yu Menglong was a casualty of the entertainment industry's shadowy underworld, controlled by hidden mafias and secretive power brokers. Others suggested he had stumbled upon a secret too dangerous to keep. These theories, though extreme, resonated in an atmosphere so clouded by fear and silence that anything seemed possible. The sudden disappearance of several witnesses who had initially spoken out only deepened the sense that a powerful hand was orchestrating a cover-up. Under immense pressure, the police could not afford to stall. A special investigation team was formed to dig into the case. Managers, business associates, and even the actress linked to Yu Menglong were summoned for questioning. Although no official suspects had been named, the public felt certain that arrests were only a matter of time. The spotlight shining on the authorities left them with no choice but to act decisively. Meanwhile, fans around the world turned their grief into displays of love and remembrance. Outside Yu Menglong's agency building, makeshift memorials grew daily, mountains of flowers, photographs, heartfelt letters, and small tokens laid carefully by trembling hands. Tears flowed freely, but so did cries for justice. To these fans, losing Yu Menglong was not just the death of a beloved star, but a betrayal of trust by a world that had failed to protect him. Amid the tragedy, his artistic legacy lived on. The dramas he starred in continued to be rewatched, his songs replayed on countless playlists, and his warm smile lingered in the hearts of millions. For many, Yu Menglong became more than just a performer. He was now a symbol of innocence extinguished too soon, a beacon of light swallowed by the darkness of hidden schemes. The world now waits with bated breath. Waits for the authorities to finally reveal the true culprits, waits for justice to pierce the shadows, waits for every lingering question to be answered. The motive behind Yu Menglong's murder may already be partially revealed, but the path to full truth remains long and uncertain. One fact, however, cannot be denied: Yu Menglong's name will never fade. He will forever be remembered, not only as a star who shone brightly but also as a tragic reminder of how fragile brilliance can be when confronted by forces too dark to imagine.